Alright, let's keep modeling this. So first thing I want to do is add in this same thing right here. So let's pull up our board and just kind of bring this in. We can just take a look. So we'll just grab this and this, and then we'll just Control plus to expand, and let's bring it out to here. Okay, so the top does seem to be aligned, and then if we just bring that down to there, seems like it's about the right spot. Let's see if we can get the front view. Alright, so yeah, let's just bring that in. Okay, that looks not really right. We can see this kind of comes like more upwards. So I think what we need to do is grab this and this and bring it down and in. And maybe you can delete those. The hole does look significantly smaller right here, so maybe just scale it in. Or, I mean, yeah, it definitely is smaller, so let's scale it in. And then we'll add an edge loop and bring these in with just Alt S. Actually, maybe we should just bevel this. How does that look? Looks... okay, so what if we bring this closer to the hole and make sure it's wait, so we'll G-shift Y, bring it down like that. And now let's try and bevel this. We're gonna have to bevel this one too, so that it's kind of consistent. Or maybe, before we do that, we just move the whole thing in. We want to bring this. See, it's kind of in the center of this this plane, so bring it down like that. And now bring this in. And down. We might just want to grab these, duplicate them, and make sure we have a kind of a circular shape. So now we can delete the ones we don't need. And that looks good to me. I don't think we need a bevel, although it might help kind of make it more believable. Let's shade this smooth, and then we'll duplicate it to compare if it really does benefit. Then we'll duplicate it again and collapse this edge. I think this one is the best, so I think it's worth doing. Alright, let's grab these, delete them, and now that we've decided on this, we can delete this too. Bring it to here. And kind of scale it out. Or just bring it out like this. Copy. Actually, that looks kind of the right thickness just going off this reference. Alright, let's do the same thing to this piece right here. So, first thing I want to do is separate it. And then the whole placement does look right. If we could look on this, it's about right there. Maybe it could be a little smaller though. Go down like that. Right now, let's grab this. Just keep that as a backup. Select all these, duplicate it, grab this to here, this to here, bevel it like that, and then collapse this edge. And now, grab this, delete, and delete. And we had a face here, so, and we have a face here, that's not good. Anyway, now we can bring this in. And we can bring it up. We'll subdivide that. Copy this number and bring the whole thing up. Well, I guess we didn't need to copy the number. Alright, now we can subdivide this. Okay, those are merged. Bring that to there, that to there. And we can create, looks like we need to create a subdivision here. And let's see, we need these three to have a face. We need two subdivisions here. One for that, and one for that. Create a face, and then we need another subdivision here, which I just noticed. Alright, that looks good. So now how does that look if we subdivide it? We'll just grab these. Grab these. And this. And this. 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 Alright, let's undo that. Once we mark out all our creases, it should look fine. So for now, to test, we can just select all of this. Duplicate it, separate it, and if we subdivide this one, make sure we triangulate before subdividing. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, I think we're safe in terms of having geometry that'll work. So let's grab this, delete it, delete it, delete that, delete that. Oops. Create a... Okay, so we're gonna have to redo that because I accidentally deleted it when I grabbed everything that was coplanar. It's fine though. Okay, so now do 2 steps and duplicate, cursor to center, 3D cursor, and mirror. Recalculate normals. This needs a subdivision. Actually, it needs, yeah, it just needs one subdivision. This needs a subdivision. And merge by distance. Create a face here. Face here. Merge that. Create a face. This is not properly connected. So we need one subdivision. Same thing on this side, one subdivision. And just close up the holes. Alright, and that is looking good. Shade flat. Now, for this part back here, that's not even merged, so we might as well just do the same thing. So we're not going to merge this till we create the low poly. So let's scale in that circle just a bit. So it's like about the same size. And then grab these. Bevel. And then collapse. Shade smooth. Okay, we don't want it to be that close. So let's bevel, but just a little bit less. Maybe like that. And then collapse that edge ring. Shade smooth. Alright, what is next? So that's handles that. Let's grab these holes right now. So they don't seem to be the same size. Okay, let's grab one of these floaters. Just this face, bring it up, separate it, and we can delete all of this. Scale it up and bring this out to here, and we want it to be above this. You see, it's just a little bit above the crease of these two planes. Alright, now let's duplicate that, and this one is definitely shorter. And now we'll shift click that and just knife project. Make sure we're cutting through. Alright, then we'll duplicate. Actually, we'll just move this here. Duplicate that. Scale. Actually, we'll inset. Bring it in, and then we'll extrude that, scale it out, scale it up. And let's see how that. We'll copy the modifiers of these floaters. Copy. I guess we just want all the modifiers. Alright, there we go. So now we just need to bring it in. So let's turn off this. Okay, that looks good. That'll bake nicely. Okay, now let's. Guess we can just delete these faces. Actually, let's keep them. Extrude, scale them in on the X. How thick are these? How thick is the thing in general? So they're not very thick. And then we'll delete the face. Select these as a loop. So you gotta remember, it's hollow on the inside. It's like, it goes all the way through. It's like a shell. So we want to make sure we can kind of see. We want to be able to see this. And then at the same time, let's just how should we go about doing this? Alright, I have an idea. So grab these and we're just gonna make them planar so that we got a rectangle and things are easier to deal with. So just scale all these in, and then we'll create kind of like a box. To kind of just be the visual for the shell. So let's grab everything that's coplanar to this and this. Make sure we don't have anything else selected. And now just hit X and just do limited dissolve. You might want to just clean up like this, like this, like this, and then like that. Same thing over here. It's not really important where it's connected. You just want to be able to get rid of these. Okay. Now that we have that, let's merge those. And bring this down. Probably like there. Bring these. Okay, let's delete that. Oops. Let's try and. Okay, that breaks our end on Y. Oh, because we don't have one up here. Alright. And same thing with this. Alright, now let's bring these out to like, we'll just bring it out to the front of the gun. That's not important. Why is there Z fighting? Okay, so then let's cap this off. So now the last part we have to handle is back here. So let's just create the depth we need like that. So now it looks semi plausible. You know, we got the thickness and it's not just going to be pointing into nothing. Let's create a box and then recalculate the normals, and that looks pretty good. And if you have it in like an engine with backface culling, there won't be just like nothing here. Alright, so now we can do the same thing, but for this piece right here. And I actually want to do this. Let's see, let's shade this flat. I'm thinking, does this need to be a Boolean cut? Because like here, these are Boolean cuts so that we can subdivide this curvature independently of this hole right here. And I don't think we need it, because if it's on a flat face it doesn't matter, because these don't have any curvature to them. They're going to be perfectly flat, so I think we can just cut it in right now. Alright, so let's grab this. Just grab this loop, duplicate it out, separate it, and let's bring it down. Bring it forward. And this one's definitely bigger. And I don't know if it's on both sides. Let me check. So we got it. Yeah, it is on both sides. Alright, let's do. Bring it out. Okay, then let's grab these, isolate them, and now we're just going to. Okay, before we do that, let's grab our little box for these holes, bring it down so that it's underneath this, And we can bring this out. And then let's cut through. So we'll just knife project, cut through. We can get rid of this. Delete these faces. And now let's just grab all these. Bring it out. Scale it in on the X. And then grab these. And bridge edge loops. Okay, there seems to be a problem. Let's just move that there. Get rid of these two. And now we can face these up. Same thing with this one. Okay, wait, we have some extra loops. So let's move that there. Bring that up. Okay, that's looking good. Now just create an N-gon for that face. Can't tell, are these? Okay, so there's an extra face there. We'll have to handle that. Delete that face, so divide that edge, bring it to here, and now bring this back down. And get rid of that. Join these. Okay, actually we can just get rid of that. I think that is good. Let's grab, okay, we need to do the same thing here. Okay, now let's try to subdivide this. Increase that. Increase these. Increase this. Just want to increase all of these. At least, like, just for now, temporarily. Actually, we can just select sharp edges. Increase. If we subdivide, what the heck? Oh, booleans break our subdivisions, so let's turn those off. Or they break our creases, I mean. So let's just show the crease. And you can see that subdivides, at least for this part, nicely. Alright, so let's just delete this. Bring back the booleans for now. And duplicate this geometry for the other side. So we'll grab this loop, this loop, this loop, and these faces. Put our cursor to the center and mirror it over. Recalculate the normals, merge. Okay, and these need to have some place to go. Same with this. This. Don't know why I can't select that. Alright. I think that's good. Let's make sure everything is merged by distance and try to find anything non-manifold. So it picked up. Okay, that makes sense. There should not be a face there. Let's turn off back face glow. Let's find where else did it pick up? Okay, these right here does not make sense to me. Okay, so we're now. Alright, let's just extrude that back. Oops. Make sure you're doing it from the median point. And cap it off. We want to delete that for now. Okay, so that looks good to me. Let's bring back this, and we might as well just cap off the front while we're doing this. So it's all one planar face, so we could very easily just cap it off with an N-gon. Join these. We'll join that like that. Join. And join. Actually, we don't need that. Okay. Now let's try and select non-manifold. Picked up 10 vertices. Where? Okay. So that's alright for now. Because we want it to be there. Okay. What is next? Let's do this part right here, this little cut in. And this, I don't know what this does, to be honest, but we'll just model it in. Add a circle. Add a circle with 24 sides. 24 is kind of the number I've just been going with for this model. I wouldn't go lower than 16. It tends to look very low poly, and that's kind of been a flaw. It's been a flaw in my other models, so trying to work on that. I don't really have a poly count that I need to worry about. If you do, then you should probably keep that in mind and maybe go with like 16 on these circles. You know, you can still go with 24 for the bigger ones, or even more if you want, but for this I'm just gonna go with 24, just kind of in general. Alright, grab these, delete them, and we'll just boolean this out. I think that's the best way to go. So let's separate this, because that'll be our selector model. Create a face, extrude it, and we want to crease these. Where's that face? Crease those. Alright, and subtract. How deep does it go? It goes pretty deep. So I'd say, I think we got the depth right for that. Okay, just mirror this. And Now let's create the selector. Also, I think I want to redo this so it is more of a smooth kind of transition, but we'll do that after. So we'll bring this to here, create a face, extrude it out to there. Let's find a picture. So yeah, it comes out to there. And then it looks like this, extrudes down. And maybe this extrudes out. Let's find a better picture. With his fingers covering it. Let's do these. Yeah, so that's how he has it in his render. You know, it's not always a good idea to look at other people's work, but it can definitely help. Just you have to keep in mind that it may not be accurate. Okay, let's just duplicate the circle as a backup. And delete these edge rings. Bring that to there. Bring that to there. And now we'll cut through to create a loop. And just extrude. I'm going to use this as kind of a reference. Just extrude out, because right now we don't really have anything better. And then we'll bring this in. And bring this down. Let's see. Okay, recalculate the normals, and we'll just call that piece done. We'll set the creases so that it will subdivide very nicely. That looks like a good piece to me. Okay, we can delete this circle. And let's make sure we mirror this. Let's turn back on outline. And might as well turn on. Let's see. Nah, don't want to turn on the cavity. My eyes are getting kind of tired of looking at this, so let's see. I just want to change up the matte cap. Let's just go back to studio for now. Alright, what else is there to do? We need these screws, so let's take care of that right now. And yeah, and another reference You can see this is definitely round, not square. So these are booleans. Just a cube, so let's go to side view. And grab these, boolean, or bevel I mean. Let's just add our screws first. So let's do circle, let's do 16. We'll just keep it at 24. So these are hex screws. So we'll just create a face. Bring it out to there. Push it just a little bit in. Create a face. And then we'll just see if we can find another reference. Let's see. Okay, it does seem to just go all the way to here. Let's grab this, the cursor to selected, and then grab this, selection to cursor, so it's just centered on the Picatinny rail, and then bring this in again. Grab this face, duplicate it, bring it out, separate it, join it with this, scale it up, and we can copy that to the other ones, bring it out to here, bring it, and then we can just add a loop, bring that loop out to there, bring this loop into here, same with that one, let's isolate it, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so let's do 5 loops between here. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing here for 5. And make sure everything is all the normals are pointing the right way, and that looks good to me. So now we just need to create a, where was that picture? Either way, we know it was a hex screw. I just want to find the picture though. So it's a hex screw with a little circle inside. So what we can do is set our cursor to selected, create a circle with 6 sides, rotate it by 90 degrees on the y-axis, scale it down, bring it out, create a face, bring it in, and let's duplicate this, scale it in, separate it. Oh crap. Bring it out first. Then delete this. Or separate it. Delete it from this one. Bring this into I don't know, maybe like there, and extrude it out, and then we'll cut it from our cutter shape, scale it in, and we want it to be tapered so that it'll read better from side view. Like that. And maybe we want to bring this whole thing in. Grab this. Bring it to here. Bring that there. Scale it up just a bit. And that looks good. So let's, what does this have? This just has a, so we'll copy the mirror modifier, but we also want to mirror again. So let's just create another mirror and change the object to the receiver. Alright, that looks good. Let's turn off our overlays and look for what else we need to do. Alright, immediately we need to add this little thing that knocks the shells to the side. So let's do that. This is just a kind of a cube, so we'll add a cube, scale it in. How long has this been going? 47 minutes, so we still got some time. And it is rotated too. If we look, it looks to be rotated, at least to me. Maybe it's not rotated, but it's just kind of tapered. So we'll scale it on the Y. First we'll bring it to like to here. SY. Comes like that. And then on the other side, it's not nearly as tapered, I guess, or whatever you would call it. And let's bring this whole thing up and a little bit down too, and we'll scale this up, and let's bevel it too. Actually, we'll do that with a modifier so it's easier to edit. We'll just do it on these edges. Alright. So if we subdivide that with this face having a crease, see how that looks. So it definitely comes up kind of more towards, somehow it's closer here to here. But I can't just bring the whole thing closer, so it's gotta be like this. Okay, that's interesting. So there does seem to be a cut from there to there. So what we can do is duplicate this face, separate it, delete this, extrude it out, shade flat, and cut away at this. Bring that up to like here, maybe. Okay, and it definitely comes like all the way to the edge. Something like that. Alright. This would be really useful to have the new Boolean branch, I think, because we could line up this this cube like with this bottom, like one of these bottom edges right here, and it would not like bug out like that. So, but for now, what we can do instead, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, it's a good thing I saved. Always hit that Control S key. So we didn't really lose much of any progress, I don't think. This needs to come in. Like that. Get out. Scale that so it's flat. Bring it. Okay, let's create a topology like this. So what I want to do is we'll just create a plane, and we'll just kind of like retopologize this. So GZ, X, GX, Y, Y, and let's subdivide. Alright, and we'll bring this up to here, to here, to here, here, to here, to here. And then we'll move it to there. Move it to like there. And in the X, alright, so before I do that though, let's isolate this. I want to grab this full plane, so grab everything that's coplanar with it, and I want to bring it in so that it's not intersecting. Can I even do that? What is going on? So it's... Alright, we can't bring it in too far or it'll intersect with this. So let's unhide that. We just want to bring it to there. Alright, where did that plane go? Bring it to like there. And let's just create the topology to this. Okay, then we'll duplicate this, isolate, bring it up to here. Okay, like that. And now we want it to come out to, or actually we want to duplicate this, bring that to like there, and that to there, but this still needs to be on the same like Z coordinate. Then bring that to there. Alright, now let's just create an n-gon. And create a new face orientation, custom orientation, whatever. Grab the scale tool, change it to face. Grab this, and set to active element. We'll move to here, and let's isolate this. And make that a planar face. And then we'll undo that, grab these, scale them 1, 0, take a look at everything and do make planar faces. Actually, let's undo that. Okay, make planar faces. And that looks good to me, so now we can delete this, join this up, isolate, and we'll work on this kind of like an isolation. So we are going to need probably a loop through. Well, we don't need it all the way through, but it'll help kind of point to where the loop is. And we'll need a loop here. Let's join those. Bring that out. And now I want to delete. I want to create a loop through here. And a loop through. Alright, we already have a... Okay, we don't. Create a loop through here. Bring that to there. And let's delete these faces, this face, grab this, bring it to there. merge by distance. Bring that in. Just make sure everything merged right. Alright, let's isolate this. And we want to align this vert so that it is planar with the rest of that. Unhide it. And let's just bring this in. Alright, so we need to... I don't think we need this at all. Same with this one. Let's bring this in. Alright, I have an idea. Let's grab this, separate it, scale it, come in here, grab all of these faces, okay, except for maybe these bottom ones. Assign them to a group. Come out and we will shrink wrap. Shrink wrap needs to come first. Shrink wrap that to our target, but just the group. And let's look at that now. So we can see with the shrink wrap, without, it'll fix that. But I also want to change it from... Alright, so let's make sure it's... What is going on? Scale it out so it's like that, and we'll change this to wire, I guess. Isolate, and go to this, project in the X direction. So it'll just have moved our vertices in the x-axis. Okay, I think that's good. Now we can bring this so I'll just duplicate this, separate it. Delete that. We'll just go to front view and we'll cut through it. So that way we know for a fact it's kind of maintaining its surface. Delete those. Bring them up to like here. scale this down to here. Alright, that looks good. Let's delete that. And these should definitely be tighter. Like, so tight that it probably doesn't even need a modifier. But this right here has a bevel. Alright. Okay, let's do whatever's next. What is there still to do? I want to finish the main components before I move on to the iron sights, so we got the trigger. Okay, let's fix this. So I want to delete these vertices. Yeah, delete those. And then instead come out from this one, this one. No, this one. And this one. Alright, so grab these, bring them out, scale them in. Create a face. Delete these faces. Create a face. Create a face. Bevel these. Create a cut. How does this? Yeah, just create a cut. I think it's a vertical cut right here. Seems to be. Extrude out. Bring it in like that. Select sharp edges. Crease. Uncrease these. I'm going to do these instead. Don't know why this came out like that. So we'll just crease these to see how it subdivides. And make sure we triangulate N-gon before subdividing. Okay, that looks good. I think it's better than what we had originally. Maybe it could come out just a little bit further. And this is looking a little low poly. So let's fix that up. I'm not really happy with the way it looks, so let's look up some reference. Alright, here we go. This is perfect reference. Scale it up. Alright, and So we got the first part right. Then there's this right here. And then it kind of comes out. It comes out further though. And it only really stops curving like at this kind of edge loop. So let's curve these now. So come out. Something like that. And make sure these are spaced. I think that might be why it's looking a little low poly, because the density is all kind of messed up. And I think this could also use a bevel, maybe. Oops. Delete that. And delete that subdivision. Subdivide that. And uncrease those edges. Clear their sharps. Alright, that looks much better. And it also seems to come down. It gets more skinny. So let's try and do that. You can see right here it's more skinny. So we'll bring these in. That and bring it down. Bring this down till it's kind of smooth its way out. So and this needs to come up. And maybe this should have some loop cut through it, like this. Delete those. And make sure these are holding the initial curvature. And easiest way to do that is just to bring them out and then back, or bring them in and back out, like that. Alright, let's preview this with a bevel. Okay, obviously the scale is not applied. Let's weld. Just want to visualize what this looks like right now. Okay, whatever, not too bad. Okay, now let's keep looking for what we need to do. Okay, the gas block. So right now we've got nothing inside of here and no hole on the front. We've been missing that since like the 3rd episode. So let's just take care of kind of like an initial guessing placement. So add a 24-sided circle, rotate it, scale it in. So it should be just above the barrel, in line with the gas block. And it looks like the gas block comes right through this hole. I'm thinking this hole would be... Well, let me look at another reference. Where is it? So that looks like it's in line with the hole. I need a front on. This one, so it's a little bit above the hole. So let's bring it out. Move it to just a little bit above where the hole would be. Create a face, extrude it in, and let's cut that out like that. Is this a... Okay, so it's not a manifold piece of geometry right now, but the cut still seems to be working. I'll cut like that, see how that looks. I think it needs to be lower actually, because look at where this part is and kind of comes through. So let's like that. Maybe it is perfectly in line with the hole, or just slightly above it. Alright, I think that's a good placement. Trying to look, what else do we have to do? Alright, so we need to cut the magazine, or cut the hole into the grip. So do that next episode. We need to I think that's pretty much it for the main body of the gun. We got, I'm pretty sure, all the pieces except for the gas block on the inside here. So we'll do the gas block and cut the hole in the magazine in the next episode. Alright, I'm finished with this one.